We are on the way to rescue Dandelion. It's been quite a while since we've seen the old champ. I gotta tell you, we're supposed to be rescuing Ciri, and this is the last lead we have for where Ciri might be. Where in the world is this guy? Okay, here we go. Where did I put my map marker? Mercy. There we go. This is the site of the ambush. If all goes well, we rescue Dandelion and find out a little more about where Ciri went. What's up, Holden?
Seems everything's ready.
Aye. Soon as we catch sight of them, we'll block the road against a whole unit if need be. And, you know, I think it's a great plan all round, and I'm always glad to help. And it's not like I'm not eager to crack some holier-than-thou bugger skulls, but seeing as we've got a Doppler, wouldn't it have been easier to have him release Dandelion and be done with it?
That would have been super risky.
Too suspicious. Think about it. Menga disappears, then shows up with a scar on his face to release Dandelion.
I suppose you're right.
Priscilla, what are you doing here?
Some child brought a note from Dudu. The convoy will leave at dawn. May I stay with you? I can't stand it. Sitting at home, worrying about Dandelion.
Never fear, my dear. You'll get your warbler back. Just hope he's got his pajamas. Gotta watch the rhymes in the presence of a lady.
Go back to town.
Please, I shan't be any trouble.
Oh, come on, Geralt. Leave it go. Let her stay. Look at her, all weepy-eyed. Like my mutsy with his guts knotted up.
Fine, she can stay. On one condition.
I know, as soon as the fighting starts, I'm to stand at a distance.
Not much happening just yet, and there may be some time before it does.
Well, how about a game of Gwent?
Oh, wow. Okay. How did she know? I mean, we love Gwent.
Sure, let's play.
You know, the saddest thing to me about Gwent right now is that now that we have all the fun, cool cards that, like, make our deck feel really, really good to use, we're, like, not only out of people to play, but it's kind of lost, like, a lot of the challenge. It kind of made it fun. I still am enjoying this game, but we just drew 4 leader cards, double catapults with our hero deck. We can freeze, we can clear weather, we can smoke the front line with our gold dragon. Like, the odds of us losing this game are astronomically low. Wow. That's what a special kind of stupid looks like. We'll just win the first round and get to play 2 free spies. Now, I think it's the computer's fault. Like, they see they're up 400%, you know, 4 power to 0. So they pass thinking that's the safe play. How in the world are they going to beat me next round? They're not. Spoilers, they're not. But, like, it's a little sad. There is an achievement for, like, get all the Gwent cards, and no idea. I have no idea how to get all the Gwent cards because I didn't even know Priscilla played us. Like, we were literally, best as I can tell, we've played everyone and their mama. Like, anyone that plays Gwent, we've played them. Really? You're going to throw my own spy back at me? You think you can throw a Siggy at me? You don't think I'll just scoop up a little Dijkstra, whip it back at you? You fool. You know something else? I think this is the first person who's straight confronted us and been like, play me in Gwent. Don't have to ask me twice. Oh my goodness, we'll just keep drawing our spy cards. Sucks to suck, dude. Oh, man. I mean, how many spies can I throw at you? Quite a few, if you're wondering. I'll throw another. Here, catch. Yennefer, Trish, Vernon Roach. We've got a Geralt. We've got a Ciri. What do you think we should do next? Should we frost the front line and cook? I think we can cook every single card. It'll be 1 power. Dude. Oh, no. This is what I'm talking about. There's nothing left for us here. Now what? You have 6 cards left to my 12. Like, you know I've got some moves. And even better, you know, I'm playing cards that aren't affected by weather, can't be scorched. It's brutal. It's just brutal, man. I mean, 10 cards to 4. How do you come back from this? I mean, these are even good cards they're playing. That's just not going to be enough. 15 power, 30 power. I mean, this is the 2 strongest cards in the game. Oh boy, I'll do it again here. Have some of that action. It's fun. It's been fun to run down these cards, grab these cards, but it also feels like a little bit of like frustration simply because as soon as we got like kind of mostly all the cards, there's kind of nothing left to play for. And they have over 10 powers, so we can blast their whole front line, I think. Toasted. The other thing that's funny is how many times we beat someone in Gwent and then they immediately insult us right after. Like, happens quite a bit. All right, 118 to 21. We'll give them a fighting chance. Who am I kidding? 127 to 6. Wrecked.
This was a stupid idea.
You're the one wanted to play.
They're coming! They're coming now!
We don't win anything for playing her either.
Priscilla, stay here.
Dude. Surprise. Sorry, horse. Well, these guys weren't ready for an ambush at all.
Help!
Oh, look at that. They took it.
Dandelion. Damn it.
Leave these here to us.
Okay. I think we can stay and fight and, like, I guess, like, pick up the loot, but now we're after Dandelion.
Lost him. Gotta look for tracks.
Looking for tracks. Looking for tracks. Get up a little higher here. Put your senses engaged.
Road through here.
There's a track. There it is. Which way are they going, though? I think this way. Maybe that building over that way. We'll see. At least they knew they had some high-value target. Got him out of the boxes, I guess. Took off with him.
Prints are deep. Horse was carrying a heavy load.
And 2 riders and some armor. What do you think? The house? It's gotta be the house, right? Honeyfill Meadows. Cool. Oh no, my nemesis bees. Wow, what a nice little place this is. Look at this. Oh, wait, we've got to find...
Go, go.
There's some clue here we've missed. Man, I hope this isn't like
Calm
timed
down,
or anything.
Roach. Just bees.
Because if it's timed, we're in trouble. Go faster. Wow. wonder where they're actually going. Like, they seem to have some getaway destination in mind because they didn't go back the way they came. They, like, had a
Prince.
genuine plan B? Excuse us? Ask if anyone at camp has seen Dandelion's abductor. No. We're going to follow the hoof prints. I mean, we have this clear trail.
How's the work going, good man? Preparing for the harvest.
Damn it. Followed the wrong trail. Gotta look for a set of single hoof marks. Heavily laden horse.
Okay, we followed the wrong trail. We're going to grab the notice board since we're here. Someone wants something done.
Faster.
Followed the wrong trail.
Understand everything.
Interesting.
I swear it.
All right, fine. We will go back and ask the people if they've seen anything. Who knew there were going to be deception trails? Very tricky. Well, but there's a second trail then, right? Here, maybe? There we go. We picked up the right trail. Quest updated.
Looks like it might have started limping.
This is weird, dude. They had a designated, like, go to this house in the woods.
Not so fast, Roach.
They lost their horse?
Can't be far.
Are you kidding me? Explore the area in front of hut.
Witch hunters? Hey,
What'd you boys see?
What is it?
you tell me. One of them hunters barged into our hut, turned us out before we could so much as fart in protest.
There another man with him? Tall, dark-haired?
Aye, jabbering the whole time.
Dandelion. So, Hunter's barricaded himself inside? There another way in?
Truth be told, there is.
Where's this other way in?
Aren't you curious? It's an ordinary tunnel, back way out in case of trouble.
We don't let strangers in there. Show it to them, even. And they're...
Shut it.
Want to get rid of this hunter or not?
Honest? We'd see you all gone. But he'll do for a start. Here, the key. Cellar door round the back.
Thanks.
Oh, okay. I don't know why I can't just bust in the front door, but whatever. We'll use your sneaky back door. This is such a gnome thing. Oh, of course we've got a hidden back door to get into the house. I mean, what is the gnomish stereotype that allows
Be
this?
sure that you won't try anything.
I'll go with you. Not like I really have a choice now, do I?
And there'll be no trickery along the way. I could wring your neck like a fat hen, you realize.
Yes, but I also realize you won't. My corpse is worth nothing to you, whereas alive, like I said, 100 gold ingots. 100 gold ingots. No
I think
more,
they forge
no less.
paintings over
Well,
here.
I'm not Julian Alfred Pankratz Viscount de Lettenhove.
Viscount.
Look, here's a painting of Dandelion.
Everybody calls you Dandelion.
Now, you've made a wise choice. Very wise. Might not be more than a sergeant today, but tomorrow...
I think they forge paintings here.
What? No, you see, me and Dad, we don't...
All right, we're going to hit him with a spell. He's full. I think they forge paintings here. Nah, he's fine. Oh, they barricaded the door. I see. You had something you wanted to say? Oh, really?
Geralt, must you ruin everything? I had him just where I wanted him.
Really?
It is good to see you, friend. Been a while since you were last in Novigrad. What's...
Come on, we'll talk outside.
Well, look who it is.
Priscilla! What are you doing here?
You all right? You had me worried sick.
Dandelion, you rascal. Got this lass to thank for his racing after yous. She chivied and chivied.
Shame you arrived too late to see us hoodwink that hunter. I had a plan all set, but then Geralt...
Dandelion, I need to ask you something. It's important, so focus. Where's Ciri?
Ciri? I thought, seeing how you're here, you haven't seen her? Well, I don't know where she is.
Really? I mean, we know you were together for a little while back.
I know you tried to help her. Gotta say, I'm having trouble understanding why you went to Horson Jr. of all people.
No one else came to mind. Maybe, given more time, I'd have done things differently, but Ciri said the Wild Hunt was on her tail. Horson seemed pretty harmless by comparison.
Something went wrong.
So you've heard everything. I hope you're not mad. You can't be. My plan was perfect. Until we put it in motion. How was I supposed to know Manga was after Dudu?
Heard enough about your plan. Need to know what happened to Ciri now.
Yeah. When'd you last see Ciri? Come on.
When'd you last see her?
We were on Temple Isle, running from Horson's men.
Lean toward Temple Isle. Okay. We can try.
Don't be foolish, Sonny. Listen.
Oh, seriously? I, like, genuinely hate these horse riding missions. They're just so... Come on. Ouch! What was that for? I don't think we're going the right way.
Horse. We have to! We're almost there!
Okay. We're escaping with Dandelion to the temple, though, where the guards are strongest? This seems like a huge mistake.
Guards! Guards!
Dandelion!
Not the crossbow, guys. Panic.
Ciri? Damn it!
Arrest that man!
What an adventure. One minute we were pulling off the heist of the century, the next we were prey. A pack of hunters on our tail.
Yeah, a splendid story, but I think I've had my fill of this boasting. Come, Zoltan. We must convince the halflings they saw nothing at all.
Why is she not happy to see him?
Gave me enough material for a volume of ballads. And this one will sell like hotcakes.
What about Ciri?
That all you care about? The ballads this'll inspire? Egos swell a bit lately? Getting more and more selfish with age.
What is that about?
It's about Ciri.
Why would I ever worry about her? You have any idea how she fights? The girl can take care of herself, believe me.
And he's got a good
Anyway,
point.
she's got to come back for that little box. The trinket that started it all.
Mean this?
You get it from Horson? Whoa, Ciri'll be overjoyed. Horson, on the other hand's got to be pretty furious.
Horson's dead.
Horson's dead.
Ooh, guess you're no stranger to fury either. Well, I can't say I regret the man's abrupt passing. Deserved it as much as he deserved that awkward nickname. What about our old friend Siggy Reuven? Been to see him yet?
Yep.
He's fine.
Oh, that's too bad. Because there's a good chance he's furious with me.
What do you think this box is for?
Ciri ever tell you what this is? And Horson, why'd she go to him with it?
She went to Horson because I took her there.
Could have guessed that was your idea.
What? Her magic bauble was broken. Horson had access to the mages who could fix it. Besides, she needed help deciphering a curse. It's incantation.
What curse?
What was Ciri's interest in this curse? Did she want to cast it or lift it? She tell you?
She wasn't all that willing to talk about it. I didn't want to pry.
The one time when it might have been useful.
But I'm almost positive she meant to lift it.
Off who? What? Or was it about her directly?
No. I don't think so. I mean, she didn't look cursed. But boy, was she in a hurry.
So...
Know any more about the curse? Something specific, a detail, anything?
Well, I know the words.
You're kidding.
No, they were Elven. Ciri was constantly repeating them to herself. Probably not to forget. Went like this.
Whoa.
Vafile Elaine, Kiadmil Foli. Gladiv Dorn Ep Tenaid, Bundro Isne Iakas.
The curse invokes ugliness. My entire life, don't think I've seen anyone uglier than...
Stunning.
Wait. That little creature that we saw back at the Baron's estate? This is to flip the curse on that thing. It is a curse something.
Gemma?
No. A certain deformed midget who appeared out of the blue on the shores of Hindersfjall. And now wanders around the Baron's castle.
You and Ciri, like two water droplets. Never know what either of you are talking about.
Ciri ever mention him?
Some deformed midget? No, didn't say much at all, to be honest. Geralt, she's no longer that little girl who ran around Kaer Morhen. Sure, she's still impulsive, alive, but she's also stubborn and sulky. Apple didn't fall far from the tree, let me tell you.
Right. She slipped away again. I was so close.
She came here from Velen. Somebody there helped her, apparently. Maybe she went back.
Maybe. Besides, the curse might have had something to do with Uma. I should collect him from the Baron.
Uma, the, deformed midget?
Yes.
What will you do with him?
First, lift the curse. Maybe I can get some help at Kaer Morhen. After that, who knows?
You two have chatted enough. Now it's my turn to talk to Dandelion.
Oh,
I'll
boy.
gladly have a go at him when you're done. Let's get back to the rosemary in time.
Well, I've certainly had my share of excitement for one day. A juicy roast in a soft bed with fluffy pillows. I think that's the least I'm owed. We haven't seen each other, talked in ages. Consider dropping by if you're in the area.
I'm
Okay.
sure to be by sometime soon.
I'll hold you to that, Geralt. See you soon. And thanks again for today.
Yay. This is the final quest in Act 1 of The Witcher 3 for the mainline quest. This is the official end of Act 1. So, hence it says you can now begin your adventure in Blood and Wine. We recommend starting if your character is level 34. Have fun and good luck on the path. Zoltan?
Get out, pal.
Hey, buddy. Let's talk to the little dudes.
We are grateful. We wanted to demonstrate that. So, we got this wee gift for you.
Thank you.
Portrait of the Hierarch. Nice.
It's nothing really. Got oodles of them. Just, if you wouldn't mind not mentioning where you got it.
Sure.
All right.
No problem.
All right. Farewell.
That's right. We got a big painting of this guy. Cool.
May your beard grow robust and free.
Hey, thanks, man.
Aye.
I think halflings has always been kind of a bad name because it implies there's a folding and that they're less. I don't know. All right, so we've got a whole bunch of quests that just popped up. Somehow all roads lead back here to the Baron's castle in Velen. We're going to talk to the sergeant here, see if we can borrow an Uma and get to the bottom of this mystery, or at least a little closer to figuring out the situation. Excuse me, Mr. Guard. All right. And here's the man in charge while the Baron is away. Mr. Sergeant.
Need to talk to you.
About?
Uma.
Uma, Gonna take him with me.
Gotta ask the Baron's permission. Thing is, he ain't here.
Not about to ask for anything. I'm telling you. You can try to stop me. But that'd be an error. A mortal one.
Boom.
Think you got me shaking in my boots?
No.
You sure as hell should be.
Fine. Cripple's not worth no blood. See the groom. He ought to be glad to give him up. Bugger's been eating from the feed bags.
Feed bags.
And a pleasant journey to you both.
Thank you kindly.
Okay, well, there's the update. We can go to the groom and get our Uma, I guess. I don't know if I really want an Uma, though. What are we going to do with an Uma? Oh, he really is with the groom. Okay. Hello, Mr. Stable Master. One wild Uma.
Hey, little guy.
He's got a rat on his belt.
This here's Roach. She'll take us to Kaer Morhen. Well, come on.
I 1,000% cannot believe there was a card game that this Uma was won from. Oh my goodness.
Quit playing around. Let's go.
Time to go. On the road. Kaer Morhen. So the assumption...
Looks like we got company. Nilfgaardian battle mounts.
The assumption is something has been cursed into this creature. This is not its original form. Or its true form.
What do you want?
The Emperor's displeased with you.
Tell me something I don't
Then you ought
know.
to ask somebody else for help.
The Emperor does not ask anyone for anything. You will ride with us to Vitsima.
Sure about that?
Don't even try.
Fine. Lead the way.
Alright, back to the Emperor, whatever. So, we know that Ciri was trying to lift the curse that is believed to be on the Uma. And hopefully, we can somehow connect with Ciri through either lifting this curse or she'll come back for her box or whatever. Seems like we actually might be making progress. But darn, the Emperor is going to waylay us, maybe steal our Uma. Not that the Uma's ours,
The
but
Third
you know.
Army will sweep in from the west to take Banglin.
If I may, Your Imperial Majesty, our spies report that the garrison at Banglin consists almost wholly of mercenaries.
Bribery, then.
We stand to lose exactly no men in battle.
And we stand to lose less time. Very well. Give the orders. Then set sail.
Yen's
you
here
wish.
too. Nice.
At once.
Your Imperial Majesty, Yennefer.
He bows with us. Nice.
I did not have you brought here for an exchange of courtesies. Report.
As you wish, Your Majesty. Ciri. Well, this man is the key to finding her.
I gave you 3 solid leads. Trails as fresh as morning dew. The aid of my spies and my court sorcerers. Yet in my daughter's stead, you bring me this monstrosity?
When he says trails as fresh as morning dew, they were quite literally weeks, if not months old. We picked up an ancient trail, and his quote-unquote help, his spy was, I forget if he was dead and we just found some notes. His help amounted to basically nothing. We not only did all the work, we did all the hard work and the heavy lifting.
I hope you have more to say. For your sake.
Listen, I'm looking for a needle in a haystack. A needle that at any moment can...
It's a difficult task, I know this. What of it? Listen to me. I rule the largest empire the world has ever known. I wage a war against the North, command men in tens of thousands, while at home the trade corporations and nobles seek to depose me. You cannot expect me to pity you the difficulty of your task.
And again, to be clear, he pulled us here. We weren't trying to come visit him. He sent his men to find us, to interrupt our hunt, and then be like, hey, give me some results. We weren't done. You interrupted the whole thing. Stop it. I mean, this guy is like micromanaging in a way that's so wildly inefficient.
I pursued those leads you gave me. Ciri first reappeared in Skellige with a mage, an elf. Yen knows more.
The Wild Hunt tracked them down, found them there. They were forced to flee to Velen,
where they were separated. Ciri spent some time with a local warlord, a self-styled baron who...
Yes, I know my vassals.
Who helped her get to Novigrad, where Ciri crossed some of the city's underworld bosses. She had to flee, went back to Skellige, ran into her elf companion there.
and into the Wild Hunt, again. Ciri and the elf fled, out to sea this time. Their boat returned to shore the next day, with only him on board.
The information appears of little use, though at least it seems you kept busy.
It's like he gave us a job to do, and instead of letting us do it, he interrupted us to find out that we're only halfway through the job. And he's like, well, this doesn't amount to much at all. You're right, because we're halfway through. And he's not even considering the possibility that this creature witnessed and was with his daughter. They were literally together. There's a very high possibility that Ciri was cursed into this creature, or this creature knows Ciri's most recent location.
This monstrosity might well be your daughter. Its body is the product of a curse. Someone hides inside it.
Can you lift this curse?
We're trying.
I've done a great deal of research, made inquiries, but to lift it I would need to know the words used to cast it, and that...
Vafael Elen, Kedmil Fali. Gladiv Dorn Eptened Bandro Ithne Iakis. Dandelion told me. Ciri talked to him about it.
At last, you provide a pleasant surprise. Lady Yennefer, my question stands.
Yes. I believe I can. But I must...
The details do not interest me. Geralt, you've achieved precious little, yet admittedly more than the bumblers in my spy corps have. I give you half the promised reward. You will receive the other when you bring me Ciri.
Whatever.
Fine.
This audience is over. Till the next.
Or maybe never again. He could have just waited like a couple more days and we know more. Something a little more concrete, you know?
Could have used some of that famous biting wit of yours. Where'd it disappear to? I mean, you were meek as a novice at Aretusa called into the dean's office.
I merely know when I can indulge my pride and when I must swallow it.
Ah, I see. So you show your claws to me because I'm a lowly witcher, but...
Do you really wish to do this now, Geralt? We can fight another time, in another place, where the walls have no ears.
So, how do we lift Uma's curse?
We must take him to Kaer Morhen. Oh, and Geralt, forgive me, but I'm unable to teleport you, Uma, and Roach, so...
Don't worry, we'll ride there. Never did like teleporting.
Take care of yourself.
Wait. Here, probably better if you keep it.
The box.
Of course.
Perfect.
I'm off.
And maybe more importantly,
A long search for Ciri led Geralt to conclude that Uma, the ugliest man alive and the victim of a curse, was the key to finding the young woman. Geralt needed to lift the curse, so he took Uma to the home of the world's greatest specialist on dark spells, to the Witcher's fortress of Kaer Morhen.
1 week later, we get here. Bit of a hike, to say the least. And I doubt we, like, took the short way. Go away.
Oh, there, Roach.
Forktails this close to the fortress? Someone's been slacking off.
I agree. We got slackers in our midst. So this is the home and the headquarters of the Witcher School of the Wolf.
Well, look for the wind, Druid. Been away quite a while.
Too long.
And your journey, how was it?
Calm, if you don't count the forktail that flew over our heads a few miles back. Passenger got a little restless.
What have we here? Multiple deformities. Eyes, ears, nostrils, a hair lip. And is this... Now, calm down. Yennefer was right on one count. Thing sure isn't pretty.
Don't look all that nice yourself. How'd you get so dirty?
Huh? Ah, this. I was mixing some lime for the mortar. Need to patch up the walls before they crumble.
Lot of work for one person. Lambert and Eskel not willing to help? Don't see the sense in it?
No. Yennefer found more important things for them to do.
Yen's here already?
And how?
Huh. You two argue?
Geralt, I understand she's a... Well, how do I put this? Emancipated, strong-willed woman. But do manners count for nothing? She teleports in, not even a nice to see you, jumps right into a, we've a curse to lift, there's this to do and that. So Eskel and Lambert get going. And she went to the guest room to rearrange things.
Oh my
Threw
goodness.
the bed off the balcony.
She threw a bed off a balcony? What's she doing?
So what's Yen planning?
Wish I knew.
Mean she didn't tell you?
She told us what she needs to lift the curse, not what she plans to do with it, despite our asking.
I assume she has her reasons.
She's gotta have a good reason.
More than one, most likely. In any case, she's set her mind on something. Needs us to stay out of her way, mostly.
I think that, like, who throws a bed off a balcony?
Shame. That was a good bed.
Said the same myself. Solid oak frame, down mattress. Triss always said she... Ah, now I see.
It's either that, or Yen really hates oak furniture. So where is everyone?
Eskel's hunting forktails. Gotta nip that infestation in the bud. And since Yennefer needs to distill some ingredients from their organs, well, like they say, 2 birds, 1 stone. Lambert's still in the keep, preparing to venture into the mountains to enrich the phylactery with elemental power.
And Yen?
What?
Assembling a Megascop. Wanted my help running around with some chirping contraption, searching for something. But I'm too old for that nonsense.
I should let her know I'm here.
If you say so, but don't go thinking she'll throw her arms around your neck.
Oh, okay.
Can we talk?
Do you know where Ciri is?
I'm looking for Ciri. Ashen hair, scar on her cheek. Seen her?
Okay. Thank you.
How can I help you?
What?
You think universals exist as real and distinct entities, or only as mental constructs? Mm-hmm. So do I.
Okay.
So long.
I'm just double checking
Can
there's
we
anything
talk?
else we can talk about. Yeah, little homie's still trying to figure it out.
So long.
No worries. What about Lambert here or Vesemir?
Can we?
Oh, it's still the little dude. Okay, hold on.
So long.
Get up and walk away. Vesemir? No. Okay. Okay. Oh goodness. All right. Panic. Panic. Help Yennefer fix the Megascope. Let's do that first, I suppose. Seems like a worthy cause. I'm sure there's other, like, odds and ends things to do, like help so-and-so hunt a forktail and talk about a journey for a circle of elements or something. Meh. Skip. I was kind of hoping there's some sweet loot. Not really, though. Nothing too fancy. Maybe some Witcher armor would be nice. What's this? Notes?
Handwriting looks familiar. Berengars. I've been lying here for years. He's working on a sword. And not just any sword, judging by his notes. Torhan ought to talk to Vesemir. Berengar consulted him. Vesemir might remember how far he got.
Okay. More weapon repair kits. It's a pretty big place. So one of the tricky things about the Witcher world is that when we come to it, Witchers are more than just a dying breed. This is the last, like, surviving school of the Witcher. Meaning, there were several other schools, right? The bear, the cat, etc. And this is the only one left, the wolf. And we are the last, handful of Witchers. So there's a very real possibility we're not just a dying breed. We are not just going extinct. There will not be more. Now, there is some debate around if Ciri can truly become a Witcher, is you have to go through this, I think it's called the Trial of Grass? It's got a name. But it's one of those things that, like, most people die from because it changes you in such a dramatic fashion. It's why their eyes are all like cat eyes, like little slits, right? However, it's what makes a Witcher, right? Their ability to, be that super, oh goodness. To be superhuman. The ability to, do the things that we do is because we are not human anymore. We're not an elf, we're not a dwarf. We're superhuman. And I don't want to get too off track with that. Point is, there's definitely some debate going on with The Witcher 4 coming out. Or at least The Witcher 4 being announced as, like, the next big project from the developers of The Witcher 3. And new formula. Nice. Okay, some fish. Nasty. Who threw some fish in this box? There's some real debate over if Ciri should be able to become a Witcher. But again, I guess the question is, if you have all the training of a Witcher, okay? You grew up as a Witcher. You have all the tools of a Witcher. Are you a Witcher? Do you need to go through the physiological changes to, be a Witcher? Or not? Is that the only thing that makes a Witcher? Is it their tools, their training, their background? Is it the physiological changes, And I think I'm undecided. Oh, whoops. Bye-bye. There's a stash tab over here. Nice. I'm undecided. I just have not come to a decision on it yet. I think if you've read the books and you've followed the series, you know that we are not afraid of spoilers here. And in the books, you know, Geralt is not the main character. I've talked about it quite a few times, and the ending more or less implies that Geralt is definitely not alive at the end of everything. It's a little bit up for debate. It's kind of a coin flip. I think you could interpret it, if I'm remembering correctly. Correct me if I'm wrong here. I'm sure someone has like recently read these materials and really we bought that Necronomicon for nothing. There's just one lying on a shelf. Classic. I was really hoping we would get like some sweet new books here or some sweet weapons or something, but these are all like not just trash loot, but all stuff we've picked up before, read before, or even like spent money to buy before for no good reason. I think these are crafting materials at least. I've said it a few times, but you know, Geralt is not the main character of the books. He moves the plot along, and he is the main character of kind of the first few books. A second copy of this, of course. But he's not really a third copy. Right. But he's not really who everything revolves around. You know, it really revolves around... Why are these kind of blue? Huh. Everything revolves around Ciri. She is the one from the prophecy, the one who's destined, etc. And how do we get up there? Maybe we can climb this side. There we go. All that for nothing. Cool. Alright, I think we've looted about everything. Nope, a couple more items. Wow, okay. And so I think it makes sense that the next Witcher game, the main protagonist is going to be Ciri. But I don't know the direction that the story makes sense to go. I think if anything, the game developers need to forge their own path and like move further away from the books. You know, they need to more wholly say, this is our own interpretation of things, and this is the experience we want you to have. As the Witcher games, they aren't like super closely following things, but they're very much tied into the world that the books present. And I think maybe the way to do things is to get a little further away from that. Now, people often forget, you know, Cyberpunk 2077 came out and launched in a pretty rough state. The Witcher 3 launched in as rough, if not a rougher state than Cyberpunk. It's just not something that people want to talk about or remember, and that's okay. But I would be pretty shocked if suddenly the developers are like, you know what? For the last, 10, 15, 20 years now, we really... a rusty bread knife, awesome. We released the most broken, buggy games ever, and later on everyone's like, super positive about them. I really hope they can just get to that later on first this time. Is historically they've been unsuccessful doing that. We'll see how that plays out. I know I'm kind of like, a little off script here talking about The Witcher 4 and The Witcher 3, but it's something here in at the time of recording that is taking up more time in the news cycle, just around gaming and stuff. I do have I have a Substack, which is like a little it's like a blog post. It's a couple of bullet points of like news that I think is relevant or I found interesting. And I don't know if that's what it'll be by the time you're watching this. You might not be watching this at launch, which is fine. This will exist to be enjoyed whenever. That being said, I've got a Substack, which is just a newsletter that... Where in the world are we going, Geralt? It's a newsletter of just a couple of bullet points of what I think is relevant in gaming news, which is definitely worth a follow.
Or portrays describe how to open a passage in the mine. Might be worth seeing what's down there.
Down? Dude. It's definitely worth a follow, worth checking out. And probably only makes your day better. It's good luck. I mean, it's good luck to join on. Oh goodness, we missed something. It's good luck to grab my Substack. I've got a link to it places. You're welcome to check it out. It's just stuff that I think is relevant in the recent past. But I think The Witcher 4 is going to be big news just because of how successful the Witcher series is, the Witcher franchise, the Witcher IP, that intellectual property, but also ignoring all of that, you know, then, hey, what are you doing? Woman!
Uh-oh.
We should come back. It's fine. She can work on that by herself. We'll go talk to somebody else about some other thing. I don't want to be involved with that. She's off her rocker up there, just blowing stuff up. There's somebody down here to talk to who's hopefully a little more sane. Good luck with that, huh? Come on, run faster. I'm sprinting, by the way. This is the sprint speed indoors. Wasn't he right here? Wasn't he right here? Oh, there we go. Lambert.
What's this? Brewing potions?
No. Booze from potato peels.
For my welcome back feast?
Actually, more like my farewell feast. Haven't heard? Madame Sorceress has requested I fortify the phylactery with power from the Circle of Elements. Says it's essential to lifting the curse from that monstrosity of yours.
Don't sound too thrilled about all this.
I'm not. You know the trek to the Circle's no walk in the park. In more ways than one.
Let me go with you.
Well, might have more spring in my step with the famous white wolf at my side. So, you ready?
I guess so, yeah, why not?
No reason to wait. Let's go.
Oh, meant to tell you. Can't get to the Circle through the mountains. Rockslide blocked the pass last spring.
You kidding me?
So we approach from the pond side, like when we did the trial of the medallion?
Exactly. Remember the way?
No.
Not easily forgotten that.
He who returns with his medallion will prove himself worthy and may set off on the path.
Vesemir ever hear you impersonate him?
Yeah. Old man can't stand it.
Savola's breach. Still haven't patched it up?
Vesemir'd like to. Doesn't bother me, though. Not expecting anyone to lay siege, and this way I got a shortcut to the pond.
Shame those Salamander assassins didn't punch a few more holes in our walls.
Or finish the job and reduce these ruins to rubble.
Dude. We live here. Why would you say that?
Geralt?
Man, we're going to have to run all the way back up here, aren't we?
We gonna swim across the pond?
No, I got a boat moored there. You know, for fishing.
All that fishing the Witchers are famous for. Come on, dude.
Never took you for the fishing type.
I use bombs. I drop them in and scoop up whatever floats to the surface.
That makes sense.
Long way down.
Geralt?
We're coming, we're coming. Yeah, please run faster. Following Lambert on the final trial. All right.
Tell me about Vesemir. Things any better between you?
Seems so. Old man's dropped the moralizing, and I try not to piss him off too often.
Working out well?
Moderately. Castle's pretty big. Easy to stay out of each other's way.
True.
Geralt?
All right. Were we here?
Moored it right here, I swear.
Line must have come loose.
Really? Here I thought the boat untied itself to go for a jaunt on its own.
There a storm before I arrived?
Let me think. Yeah, 5 days passed.
Wind must have grabbed the sail, tugged the boat off its mooring. Boat drifted into the bushes.
Find the boat? Dude. Whose idea was this? Are we good now?
All right. Cave entrance is just opposite, see it? No. Gotta sail across the pond, go through the cave, climb Troll's Head, and we're there.
Doesn't seem like such an ordeal now, does it?
No. Still gives me the shivers, though. You know only 2 boys returned from my group?
You were the ones who ran into old Speartip in the caverns, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's still gnawing at you?
Most who returned from the Circle of Elements died within a year in some swamp, hunting drowners for Crown 30 a head. So exactly what was the point?
Ought to ask Vesemir.
Oh, I have. Many times. Believe you me.
Let's go. Jump in the boat.
All right. I'm taking the tiller, though.
Sure.
Because?
'Cause it's my boat, not up for discussion.
Okay, don't care. Want to get out of the muck. Off we go.
Make this boat yourself?
Yeah. Something you don't like about it?
Besides the water up to our ankles? Nothing.
Quit whining. It'll make it across the lake.
Provided we don't smash into something first. Barely see the tip of my nose.
Bunch of drowners in there.
Fog's thick as curdled milk.
Never took you for a poet. Ready for the caverns?
Nope.
Almost. Before we go inside.
Ugh, drink a dose of cat, I know. Any more words of wisdom? Like, step softly or you'll wake old Speartip?
Old Speartip's still alive?
Old Speartip still down there?
Yeah, he is. Unless he's done us a favor and killed over on his own. Could come at us at any moment.
How'd the rhyme go? Old Speartip's a deep sleeper.
Wake him up and you'll sleep deeper. Come on.
It's a trap.
Sounds like a kid.
You know this valley's uninhabited except for us. It's gotta be an illusion.
It's a trap.
It's not.
Whatever you want to do.
It's a trap. Let's go to the cave, dude.
You're probably right. Let's go. Straight to the cave.
Finally, something reasonable.
So we do actually have... Whoops. Nope. A cat potion here. There it is. Let's just like see in the dark. But I don't like what it does to like all the colors and stuff. So I tend to just leave it alone.
Bones. Pulverized.
Mm-hmm. Old Speartip's never been kind to guests.
Yeah.
Remember? Part of the trials.
A witcher is a lone hunter.
But even a lone hunter can use a helping hand sometimes. Vesemir.
Ready? Oh, you fat...
1, 2, 3. You're no feather either. Come on, let's go.
Off we go. Don't do that here.
Wall looks a little shaky. Art, maybe?
We need to be quiet. I could do without a warm welcome from old Speartip. Mind not stomping like that.
Relax. I slipped.
Sure you did.
Ah!
What?
Something fell in my eye. Splinter.
Oh my goodness, Lambert.
From a broken mirror. That'd make you even nastier.
Ha ha.
Lambert. Come on. Let's go fight, big boy.
Ugh. Place reeks of mold.
What did you expect? Scent of violets?
Ah, so soft and sweet, just sleeping there. Makes you want to make this moment.
Just lost the element of surprise.
Couldn't care less. I'm up for the challenge.
Hang your head from my saddle.
Not likely. You're welcome.
You miss me, horse son?
Go. You gonna live?
Probably.
Let's get out of here.
Wait.
What?
That's for Voltaire, you whore son.
Voltaire. Who's that?
Don't remember? Little guy. A scar on his chin right here.
He was like 100 years ago, literally.
All we can do now. Never made it out of here. Let's go.
I think Vesemir is going to be happy we killed his cave troll or whatever. But is there some loot? Come on. There'll be something. 3 coins. Nothing. Man, I hope we can get back out of here. Nothing. Come on, anything. Nope. Nothing of any value. Guess I got potion to make a better potion or something. Oh well. That's how it goes sometimes. It's a bunch of oils to like be more effective at killing stuff, but I feel like we get the job done. They're not oils we don't have, they're just upgraded variants. It's not the biggest deal, that's kind of the bottom line.
Good to be back above ground.
Let's see what we've got here.
Well, we made it.
No denying that.
Remember how this circle works? Been a while since I activated my medallion here.
It's fine, old man. No need to make excuses. Light the torches and place the phylactery on the altar. I'll handle the rest.
Okay.
How'd it
Lighting
go?
torches.
Water, then earth, then air?
Lighting torches. Yep.
Geralt? Geralt?
Come on.
All right, phylactery's in place.
Then all we gotta do is wait. The container will absorb the power of the elements while we catch a breather. So, how'd you deal with the trolls when you passed the trial of the medallion?
Let me think. Oh yeah, used Axie, but I only had to get past 1 troll. Other 2 were busy.
Yeah, useful sign, Axie. Saved my life a short while ago.
How so?
Sense a good story coming.
One of the best. A couple of road robbers stopped me. One pointed a crossbow at me, and the other started rummaging through my satchel. I made the man with the crossbow shoot his friend, then hang himself.
Great story.
Wow, truly great story.
A few hours later, looks like we finally make it back. Man, that was a long, tough one. I was kind of expecting that to be like a little maybe happier trip down memory lane, but darn, that was rough. We apparently need to search for Eskel's tracks here, so why not?
Must be Eskel's prints. No one else has left the keep recently.
Okay. See if we can't grab lazy old Roach and chase after him. This dude, I think, wanted some help with a, what do you call it? A fork tail? I don't know. I feel like this is something he can do by himself, but maybe this is just Witcher bonding. Roach, where did you go? I swear I was looking right at that wild horse. Sir? Here he is. My goodness.
That's it, Roach.
Maybe just Witcher bonding. Trauma. Trauma, sadness, dark memories. Having to sharpen our swords when the day is done. I don't know. We'll run it. We'll run it. See what we can find. These were the woods we grew up in, so...
Come on, Roach.
Come on, Roach. Hopefully this does actually, like, impact us in a meaningful way to help us.
That's his horse. What's its name? Scorpion? Beautiful animal.
Well, it's something. Nothing. I was trying to read the tracks. Hold on, here we go. Right here.
Footprints and hoofprints. A goat. Interesting.
Or a succubus. We know they've got those hooves. Really, dude? It's like that, huh?
Rocks. Tracks end here. Great. Could try to follow my nose. Can't smell Eskel, but there is the goat. Just gotta find a sample of its scent.
Alright, find the smell of goat. Hello? Goat?
Bits of bark. Looks like Eskel's goat rubbed against this tree. A clump of goat hair. Ugh, the stench.
Sure it isn't a succubus? They've got goat parts. Fine. Okay. We're about to learn Eskel's secret. He's got a new girlfriend.
Eskel's tracks. The nose knows.
Like we just messed up his track.
Didn't tie itself to this stake.
Dude. Now we're the bait.
Supposed to be forktail bait. Guess it works for witchers as well.
As for forktails, bait them thusly. Pound a stake in the soil, bind a goat to it, then hide ye in near to shrubbery post haste.
Brother Adalbert's Bestiary, page 82. See your memories back in full, and sharp as ever in spite of your years.
You're as old as I am, wise guy. Don't let the gray hair fool you.
Yeah.
Good to finally see you again.
You too. How are things?
Same old, same old. Another day, another drowner.
That it?
I'm a simple witcher wolf. Don't fight dragons, don't fraternize with kings, and don't sleep with sorceresses. Unlike some.
It seems like really, really good rules to live by, huh?
Try to limit myself to the sorceresses from now on.
No doubt the most pleasant part. Though I'm not sure it ain't the most dangerous, too. Shh. Hear that? Incoming.
All right.
There it is.
Trying to remember we could telekinetic blast this thing, but I don't think so.
Picked a bad day to leave its nest.
Big bastard!
My torch.
We can handle this.
Here we go.
Damn it! It's taking off! Hit the wings!
Well, we cannot attack this target. Chase the forktail? Are you kidding me? Okay. We're chasing. It's pretty smart of it to run.
Not scared to leave the horse down below? Forktail could decide to have bleeding heavily.
From an artery. Blood's light-colored. Can't fly much further.
Perfect.
The old hen, she cackled. She cackled on the fence. The old hen, she cackled. And she ain't cackled since.
What's that song?
Some old hill folk tune. Perfect for hiking. My mom sang it to me.
You remember her?
Just that silly song. Nothing else.
We've lost the trail? Uh-oh. I see a cave over there. We lost the trail somehow. There we go. Hello, hello, Mr. Forktail. Oh, there's some Witcher gear around
to
here.
its lair, looks like.
Good. Means it's done fleeing. Gonna make a stand.
One can hope. Some rotting deer. And this is one, like, just dank cave. My goodness. Seems there is some Witcher gear around here somewhere, though. As there was that Witcher symbol. No? We really just made a loop somehow. I'm the master of getting lost in the middle of nothing. It was like, how do we loop that? How is that even possible? Oh my goodness. Whoa, hey. Come on. Monster hunting. Yeah.
All right, let's collect the spinal fluid and get out of here. Cut into its back, just below the skull.
Yen tell you why she wants this?
Mean you don't know? And that, doesn't bug you?
Nope.
No, it doesn't. I trust her.
And they say people learn from their mistakes.
What was that?
Nothing, nothing.
Something about Yen bothering you? Come on, grow a pair. Give it to me straight.
You grow a pair and admit she tricked you more than a few times.
That was then. Yen's changed.
Right. Fine, never mind. Let's go.
Alright, they want us to return to Kaer Morhen, but is there a chest here? Wolf gauntlets? Huh. Wonder if that was what the symbol was for. Think he also plays Gwen? I doubt it.
Yes, Wolf?
Nope. Alright. They really gonna make us run back? The last time they're like... I mean, they might. But last time there's like a reason for it, you know? Wolf gloves. Huh. There we go. And a woven armor set.
Hey, what do you say to a little race? Maybe see who's faster, Roach or Scorpion.
Dude.
And who's the better rider.
Okay.
Not really a challenge, because I could beat you riding a lame sow. But why not?
You're a lame sow yourself.
Dude.
First to Kaer Morhen wins!
You're about to lose so fast. Well, boy. I do not like races.
Come on.
Okay, come on, Roach. I'm over here, like, just absolutely smackety smacking the run faster button. And Roach is like, maybe. Man, that forktail was eating good. All those, that whole bunch of plump deer right outside its front door. Okay, we're at about half stamina. And I don't really know how far this place is from us.
Slow down! You'll break your neck! Run, Roach.
That's what happens every single time. We have, I think, the best saddle in the game. And we still just cannot stamina our way through. But we'll make it look quick. Like they had a chance.
Take it easy.
You're welcome. We should probably go check on Yen. That being said, she seemed like she had things under control, you know? Magical explosive boom, we're out of there, man. We just don't need more of that in our life. Those are the facts. Boom. This was a pretty impressive fortress at one time. I think it still is. All things considered. Look at how long it took to build.
Interesting. Afraid of
Impressive specimen. Why'd you keep the corpse? Aim to stuff it? Hang it above the mantle?
Not a bad idea. Gotta finish the autopsy first, though. This one was quicker than most. Quicker and stronger. Want to examine it thoroughly.
Mind if I have a look?
Want to do the honors?
No thanks. You cut. I'll grab a bite to eat. Nice claws. 15 inches, I'd say.
They grow its whole life. This one was about 110 years old.
Wow.
Pretty muscular legs. Calves and feet especially.
Let me tell you, this sucker was fast. 1 second here, there the next. Always in the shadows. Could barely see it.
So how'd you take it down?
Long story. Tell you another time.
The
Open
guts.
its gut. So, anything interesting?
Bits of undigested food. A few decades worth, looks like. Human hair, a belt buckle, a few coppers, and a gold ring.
Think I've seen enough for now. This was an old one. Experienced.
It'd be nice to figure out a way to determine a Katakan's age based on its tracks. Avoid running across one like this unprepared.
It would, I agree. But later.
Just Witcher bonding stuff. We met the Emperor.
I met with Emir.
Any crowned heads you haven't met?
A few. Hoping it stays that way.
Remember the first war with Nilfgaard? Battle of Sodden? The North, all of it, fought together. Temeria, Redania, Kedwen, Edirn, and the mages were heroes. On the field first, then in ballads. Not much left of that world.
No offense, but why all the construction?
So the roof tiles don't drop on our heads?
Roof tiles usually fall from the roof. You're putting up walls, rebuilding the fortress. For 3 people. Why?
Because I remember how it was, Wolf. Before the massacre. We were 20, and that's just teachers. As for candidates, I can't turn back the clock, I know. But I refuse to just sit and stare at these ruins.
Fair enough. We found some old notes around here.
Found some of Berengar's notes. From what I made out, he was trying to forge a sword. Torhern, you were helping him.
Advising, at best. Boy never managed to forge the blade, but would never let me at the anvil. Just pestered me with questions. Wanted to do it all by himself, as always. But then the whole plan went to the devil, literally.
What do you mean?
Berengar set out to hunt a chort. The fiend had made its lair in the valley past the keep. Don't know why, but he took all his equipment with him. Maybe thought I'd tinker with his sword while he was gone. You know what he was like. At any rate, the chort turned out to be strong. Too strong. Berengar had to turn tail, and since it's hard to run with 4 stones of kit under your arm, he dropped it all. Came back red with blood. And shame. Hardly said a word, and left soon after. Never to return.
Yikes. Okay. Well, so we've got something else to distract us from Yennefer if we so chose. Man. It's fine. Let's just go double check with the cranky boy over here.
Nice to be together again, wouldn't you say?
Mm-hmm. Just missing Ciri.
Thanks for reminding me.
I had to change the subject. Heard a sentimental sob making its way up from your gut. Any idea why she's returned?
Shortest version, she's running from the wild hunt.
Going gets tough and you need help, you can count on me.
That was nice. It's time. No more faffing about. It's time. We'll go, we'll talk, we'll see what the news is. Magical explosions, here we come. We want it or not. Help Yennefer fix the Megascop. Okay. All right. Brace for impact. Oh boy. Oh, my hair is standing up on end. Oh, I think there was a nice bed in here. Yennefer.
You decide to blow us up?
Geralt, I'm sorry, but I'm in no mood for jests.
What's eating you?
Let me think. That was the 3rd crystal to explode. It's been a week, and Lambert's still not done what I've asked. Vesemir spitefully insists on repairing the wall just beneath my window and starts hammering at the crack of dawn, while Eskel seems to have gone mushroom picking, not forktail hunting.
The guys. Well, they're not exactly happy with you.
Why is that?
Because you aren't willing to say what you're planning. You're treating them like pages, not including them. Us, actually, because I feel that way too.
I shall explain everything when the time is right. First, we must finish our preparations.
Yeah, let's talk about the fact you threw a perfectly good bed out the window.
Heard about the bed. Really prefer to sleep on the floor? Wouldn't recommend it. That stone can get awfully chilly.
Frankly, I prefer a chill to bedding littered with red hair.
So upset about Triss, you gotta take it out on the furniture?
Would you prefer I take it out some other way? Geralt, I don't want to seem like a vindictive shrew, but that very bed is where you just happened to a dear friend of mine. Yes, I know, you'd lost your memory. Whatever. Let us agree that I will refrain from scolding you, while you will stop mentioning that stupid bed. Agreed?
Agreed.
Splendid. On to more pressing matters.
Wow. Let's remember here, Triss fully knew Yennefer's relationship with Geralt, and she took complete advantage of the situation. And for some reason, Yennefer's mad at us. Come on.
You got trust issues with us?
No. Actually, I fear you don't trust me. So I'd rather keep certain things secret, for the time being.
Pretty tortured logic.
It may seem that way now, but you'll understand in time.
Fine. What do I do?
Firstly, help Eskel and Lambert. One was supposed to get me forktail spinal fluid, the other was to fortify the phylactery with elemental power. I've yet to see anything from either of them.
Taken care of.
Is that so? My, the initiative. That leaves one other trifle to resolve. As you saw, my Megascope's acting up, in rather spectacular fashion. I'm certain there's an energy source nearby, generating disturbances, making the crystals malfunction. We must find it and neutralize it. Quickly, I must contact someone. It's urgent.
What?
Who you plan to contact? Or is that a secret too?
No secret at all. Ida Emian. Remember her?
How could I forget? Member of the Lodge, Elven Sage.
Exactly, a sage. As the name suggests, she should know a great deal. I'd like to ask her for advice about Uma. Satisfied?
Your sorceress friends, the sage and not-so-sage, they've let me down before. But if we gotta, we gotta.
If only you'd been this cautious with all of them. But no matter. Thank you for your permission.
So, what's the plan?
All right. How do I find the source?
Use this Potestaquizitor.
What?
Potestaquizitor? Sounds fancy. Complicated.
Yet it's ever so simple. Grasp it firmly, move it around, and the louder it squeals, the closer you are. Spare me your juvenile wit, please. Well, what are you waiting for? Ah, one more thing. Thank you, Geralt.
Here we go. Find the source of the magical disturbance using the potato cube. If this doesn't work, our only lead left is basically to wait and hope that we can do something to get Ciri to find us. Magic energies, huh? Whoa, whoa, whoa. It started to make some kind of loud noise.
Got a signal. Signal's growing stronger.
Maybe it's something over here.
Interesting. Not afraid of silver.
I mean, it's super duper glowing. Are you kidding me here?
Getting warmer. Warmer.
Look at the fire.
Hot.
Now look here.
What is it, though? If it's not that little creature? These barrels?
Mounted witchering just never took off. Look. There you are.
We found something in this box? What?
Disturbance is coming from there.
What is it?
What's in these crates?
Dimeridium bombs. Lambert made them.
Oh my
No
goodness.
wonder the Megascope doesn't work. All right, gotta get him out of here.
I can do that. Rather you not make a mess of my shelves. Just keep an eye on Uma.
Yes, Uncle Vesemir.
Okay. We will go back and let Yennefer know. He found the whatever. I'm kind of worried I'm missing something here. That, like, there's some kind of like secret loot that like you can only pick up before we progress the quest. Because after the quest, like a meteorite hits the castle. Like, I'm kind of concerned about some kind of hoopla like that, but meh. All right, Yen should be pretty happy about the situation here.
Thank you. Seems to be working now. What was it?
Dimeridium bombs. Lambert left them by the beds.
I suppose he had no idea they could interfere with my megascope?
You know, Lambert's not exactly an expert on megascopes, so...
Please. Lambert is mean, not stupid. Enough. Ready for this conversation?
Sure you want me here? Members of the Lodge don't let just anyone in on their secrets, or so I've heard.
Consider it a token of our trust. Now let's begin. And Geralt, behave, please.
Didn't you just say you trust me?
Stop twisting my words.
Kednel Yennefer at Vengerberg. Gwynblade.
Hit him with that elfish.
Kedmil and Severn.
Why have you summoned me?
We've come up against a curse. One we must lift. It was uttered in a dialect of Elder speech unfamiliar to me.
I see. The words of the curse?
Vafel Elaine, Kedmil Foli, Gledev Dawn Eptenid, Bondro Isne Iacus.
Does she recognize it?
Recognize the dialect?
Lathan Undod.
Meaning?
The so-called One speech, a forgotten language dating from before the migration.
The migration?
Later, Geralt.
Take it you've heard the words before.
Yes, in legends. Of the kind that do not end happily.
Can you help us with the curse?
To a degree. Agnes de Glanville's incantation, combined with Elder's triangle, inverted, of course. They are your only possible recourse. But I cannot guarantee that even they will suffice.
Thank you, Severn. Vafel.
That does not conclude our conversation.
Sounds like there's a problem.
What is it?
The time of the white frost and white light is nigh.
And the world will perish amidst ice. I know Hithleen's prophecy.
I don't doubt you know it. But do you understand it? The Elder Blood can initiate the final age, the time of the end. Or stop it. Remember this, Gwynblade. For you will be the one to determine if the seed bursts into flames.
Oh, okay.
Any idea what she was talking about?
Ciri, of course.
Wish everyone would just leave her the hell alone.
Wouldn't count on it.
What was that about? The migration?
Good gods. Did they teach you no history here?
No. Vesemir figured sword work could be more useful on the path. Gonna answer me?
Naturally. One's never too old to learn. The Ensei and the NN elves were once one folk, the En Undod. Then came a cataclysm. No one knows its nature. The En Undod were forced to leave their world. They split along the way.
So if Uma's curse was uttered in this Lathan Undod...
Then it's old. Very, very old.
Yikes.
All in all, interesting conversation. What now?
All is ready. We should gather the others and begin. Listen, everyone. All is in place. We may begin. Lambert, prepare the apparatuses. Escort, go.
Last I heard, my dear, I give the orders around here, not you.
I believe we made an agreement to seek to cure Uma my way.
I said we would help you, that's it. I don't know what you want to do with them, you haven't deigned to inform us, but it's not safe, is it? Just as I thought. Which is why I think we should first try another, less invasive method.
Like what?
What's this method?
Derives from folk traditions. I've used it many times. In 1211, to lift the curse that held the Swan of Povis, for instance. I'll take Uma into the mountains.
What then? Will you howl at the moon together?
A bit of respect. You're not talking to Geralt.
No, we will not howl at the moon. I'll lay him down on a gravestone. Come midnight, I'll give him tea made of hemlock harvested from... But I don't see that I need to explain this to you.
In my opinion...
I know your opinion, but I'm not asking anyone's permission. I'm saying what will happen. I'll be back at dawn, with Uma, or whoever hides inside him.
I guess we wait. I mean, why couldn't he have done this while we were getting everything together? I mean, he had this idea the whole time?
Vesemir's gotten a bit grumpy in his old age.
That was nothing. Should have been here last winter when Lambert tried to convince him we ought to abandon Kaer Morhen for good.
What good's this old ruin anyway? Moldy walls, leaky roof, and it's one big fucking ice cube in the winter.
Vesemir didn't say a word. Stood, grabbed his sword, and slammed the door on his way out. Didn't come back for a month.
So, got the evening off. What do we do with it?
Vesemir mentioned some roof beams in the tower need replacing.
You're kidding me.
Maybe we could see to that.
Why can't we just have like a family dinner and chill?
We could have a drink.
Sounds a lot better than the beams.
Wouldn't mind a shot myself, or two.
Do as you will. But in a moment, Geralt and I must talk.
Ooh, sounds serious. Come on, Lambert. See you in a bit, Geralt.
Oh boy. I just want them to be happy. Like, maybe like they are like not always the best for each other, but I hope they're happy together.
Well, well. Lovebirds decided to join us. Enjoy yourselves?
Yep.
You heard the answer to that question, Lambert. Besides, not our business. Yen, we don't have glasses. You alright drinking from a mug?
I'd drink from an old boot tonight. Perhaps instead of getting crocked in deep glum, we could do some catching up.
What have you been up to, Lambert? Any interesting contracts before you set off in search of Caradon?
Yeah. Contract in Lan Exeter. Not to boast, but a pretty lucrative one.
Yeah. Kavir's where the gold's to be made. Know how much they pay there for a drowner?
Shush! I'm talking now. So this giant was giving him trouble. Attacking convoys, dragging folk off into the swamps.
And relieving himself on the highway, rendering it dreadfully slippery. You've built enough suspense. Get to the point.
Fine. Turned out it wasn't a giant. Just a fat forest troll. And a group of bandits were ambushing the convoys.
What did you do?
Killed the bandits to keep the road safe. Then I killed the troll. Needed its head to collect the bounty.
Pragmatic as ever.
You could stand to show some of Lambert's expediency. Set ideals like justice for trolls aside, keep yourself out of poverty instead.
Knew the sorceress would see it my way.
An Eskel?
Eskel, that Katakan we cut up together. Tell us how you nabbed him.
A Katakan? Oh ho ho. Dangerous horse sons, those.
Finicky, too. Specimen in question only went for young women from the upper classes.
That's like me.
We've no interest in your fantasies, Lambert. Whereas the vampire, even I'm curious to know how you managed.
My clan threw a masquerade ball for the city's notables, to lure the vampire out of hiding. I was there too, disguised. Let me tell you, never had so much success with the ladies as I did that night.
What about the vampire?
I'd made a deal with this young alchemist. She really loaded up. Fish tech, vodka, magic mushrooms. Went out into the garden. Vampire found her and drank his fill. Fight was an afterthought.
A fairy tale on gluttony for modern times.
Alchemist come out of it all right?
Fine. Lost a bit of blood, I suppose. Hangover was the worst part. She drank nothing but pickle juice for the next month.
Yeah, gross.
Eventful times for me recently. Kings, dragons, conspiracies. And then, I found Yen.
Yeah, we're thrilled for you. But why don't you tell us about Uma instead?
Uma is an ongoing mystery.
Long story. I was on Ciri's trail. Went to Velen, Skellige, Novigrad, where Dandelion needed saving again.
Yen, what do you plan to do with Uma?
I said I'd tell you tomorrow.
So tell us now. It's after midnight.
Well, I mean, if it's after midnight.
I'll subject him to the trial of grasses. To restore Uma's former appearance, we must first... how do I explain it? Imagine a lump of clay. In order to shape it, you must first moisten it or it will crumble. The trial's initial part does just that. It opens the body to change, so to speak. Only then can the mutagens produce a witcher.
How risky is this for Uma?
What are the chances Uma will survive?
Not great, but we've no choice.
Unless Vesemir can do the trick with his hemlock.
Might be surprised. Old man knows his stuff.
It'll be the first trial in years, decades.
I knew you'd be wary.
Wary? That's not the problem. Those secrets have been forgotten, and that's how they should stay.
I'd be the last to suggest you start producing hordes of witches.
You hardly need to. See, till now we had a great excuse not to take in apprentices. Seems we'll need to talk it over.
Maybe later. Who's up for another round?
Oh, I am. But we're all out of stuff to chew on. Geralt, mind raiding the kitchen?
Not at all.
We love a good kitchen raid.
Pleasure drinking with you. Lambert especially. But the hour is late. Don't stay up long. Tomorrow's an important day.
Didn't listen, did he?
They never do.
What are you talking about?
Samavilla contract Eskel got a while back. Good story.
Finish it in a minute. First, some more fuel.
Ooh, now that's a kick in the liver. What is it?
The Gauntlet. Equal parts spirit and white gull. What's that look about? Yen's gone to bed. Time for some serious drinking.
No way they play Gwent?
How about a round of cards?
Why not? Playing for coin, though, right?
Yeah, unless you'd rather play strip Gwent.
Maybe I'd finally come to understand what women see in you.
What's with him?
Don't worry about it. Let's play.
Classic. This is such a classic Nilfgaardian start. 5 spy cards. That's regular stuff. We'll just keep throwing down spy cards. Oh my goodness. We're actually down quite a few points, but we've got Dandelion. Like, we can actually put like a lot of points down here. A little bit of a stomp.
Good game, Geralt. Especially that move with the...
Eskel. He doesn't need any praise, just pour.
I was kind of hoping Eskel had a fancy card. We did not get anything for that game.
Come on. Let's have some fun.
Are we boring you?
No, it's just kinda...
Slow. Pretty boy's right. Listen, there's this game student from Oxenford taught me. Someone starts by saying, I've never. And finishing the sentence however they want. Who's ever done that thing downs a shot. Then it's the next guy's turn.
Sounds great. You start.
I've never slept with a succubus.
Oh boy. Let's just keep drinking. No matter what they say, we're just gonna drink.
How about that? Expected Geralt might have, but you? Eskel. Still waters run deep.
I'm a sucker for women with horns. Right, my turn. I've never, after a bender, woken up wearing nothing but my knickers.
We're in so much trouble.
Geralt? Lambert's a lost cause, but you? What would Papa Vesemir say?
Think Papa Vesemir would have drank that round too.
All right, Geralt, your turn. I've never...
Taken Fistek.
Taken Fistek. Eskel. Really?
Once, with that succubus.
Oh my goodness.
Right, man. Let's end on that. Or else I'll never be able to look you in the eyes again.
Hello, young'uns. Got your own little carnival going, eh? Alcohol, my good men, is a witcher's worst enemy.
Where did you dig up that bonnet?
Vesemir's trunk. The height of fashion in 1112. Old man probably put it on when he went courting. Or in the jargon of the time, wooing the damsels.
I know it's subtle, but can you tell? The camera is shaking quite a bit. Like there's definitely like a sway to it.
Men, a witcher's life is not all cards and liquor. It is toil. It is labor. No gurgling babes to wean for us. Nay, not for us.
All right. One Vesemir's enough. Take that off before you get it dirty. And pour.
Oh, I'll pour, Eskel. I'll pour. To the brim. 'Cause without vodka, you're as stiff as a bookkeeper in a body cast. Drink up, girl. To you and Yen. Happily ever after. Vodka. Vodka's gone. Who's gonna go get some more?
Already went to get food.
All right, I'll do it. Kitchen. It's that way, right?
Lambert. Listen, you got a problem with me?
Me? What? Why would you say that?
Well, just seems that way. You know, you're a little like my little brother. Dumb and annoying, but a brother.
You're gonna make me cry. Come here!
Good thing it was empty. Huh? Where's Eskel? Should have been back by now. We ought to look around.
This is a job for Vesemir!
Not again. Take that hat off.
Where's that whippersnapper wandered off to? He could be beleaguered, I wager. Come, men, to the rescue!
Look, there he is.
With his ever-faithful little bleeder. Hello, Eskel. Wake up!
What? What happened?
Got sloshed, stewed, and 57 other varieties of drunk. That's what happened. Get up. Time to have a drink.
Leave me alone. I'm gonna puke. Three of us get together, always ends like this.
Let's find a fourth. Better. A woman.
Nothing here but Yen. We don't want to wake her up, believe me.
What about that sorceress you talked to? Think about it. We turn on the Megascop, cordially invite her, she teleports here. Maybe bring some friends. How's that sound?
That's like the worst idea in the history of ever, dude.
Lambert, believe you've had your last drink.
You're just jealous you didn't think of it first, but is that any reason to spoil it for us?
I don't have the strength to argue.
Of course you don't, cream puff. Bet I could take you with one finger.
Hey, relax, Lambert.
You wanna fight? Huh? Wanna? Come on.
Good night.
Man, we're sleeping under the bed. Come on, wake up.
See everyone's up and at 'em.
And reeking of booze. That hat was a memento, Lambert.
Relax, old man. It'll come out in the wash.
You can give the boys a rap on the knuckles later. Let's get to work.
Vesemir, you learn anything from your first attempt here?
Vesemir, learn anything?
While you were out hunting forktails and playing with a Megascope, I examined Uma. Notice one thing. At moments of, what's the term, relaxed consciousness, he behaves differently. While falling asleep, he'd pause, awake for an instant. Something different about his movements, his gaze then, but only for a moment. So I induced a trance, hypnotized him essentially. No effect at first, but as he dropped into deep lethargy, I heard something. A sigh or a moan, and it wasn't Uma's voice.
All right. I just don't get how that helps us.
Then keep silent. Thank you, Vesemir. And I apologize for what I said earlier. Have the boys told you what we plan to do?
Yes, don't like it one bit, but I suppose I have to trust you.
Thought we got rid of that table ages ago.
Must be 50 years since I last saw a sad Albert.
Couldn't bear to part with it. Thought we might find a use for it one day. You know how old people
Oh my
are.
goodness.
Sure. Every grandpa out there's got an attic full of torture devices.
We have a 50-year-old table called Sad Albert. What?
Right. So what now?
We can begin. We need only brew the potions.
Wait. Why couldn't we
do it earlier? Because the preparatory potions for the trial are strongly reactive. They must be administered immediately after they're brewed. Satisfied? Geralt, make the potions. Here are the formulae. Eskel, take a bottle of spirit.
No. After last night,
And disinfect the tools. Well, chop chop.
Gather the necessary ingredients and brew the decoction of grain.
You don't know who's trapped in Uma's body. How did you figure the proportions?
Performed a series of complex calculations, extrapolated some data, ran simulations.
Meaning you guessed.
Sad Albert. They named the table Sad Albert. I can't believe it still. This is hilarious. Basically, we're taking a huge risk. We're going to try and lift the curse on Uma here and discover who Uma really is. It could be Ciri or someone else. But either way, it is the next best clue here to get Ciri.